Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Detective Pikachu Returns running on Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Do you think Pikachu will get here soon? I may not be able to understand him, but it'll be a relief just to see him safe and sound. Yeah, that's how I felt when I visited him yesterday. There's Pikachu.
Hey.
I wonder if Tim's made any progress in his investigation. Hey Tim, thanks for coming to see me. I'm glad to see you're okay, Pikachu. Oh, and Rachel's here too. Hey Tim, are you sure this is okay, letting her see us talk like this? About that, I actually just told Rachel our secret a minute ago. She knows that you and I can talk to each other. Wow, that was pretty bold of you. Did she even believe you? Yeah, she even said she was jealous. Well, that's a relief. Rachel's a bit of an odd one, isn't she? Either way, there's still an officer in the room, so we should keep it down. Yeah, I know. So anyway, let's get straight to the point. I've got something to report to you, Tim. I managed to get help from the other Pokemon in the detainment rooms. Now I can see into all sorts of different places inside the police station. Wow, that's fantastic. Good thing you figured out how to get along with them. We're not exactly best friends or anything like that, but I guess that's okay. There's something else I want to talk to you about, too. Come on, let's pool our information. What you found? I found this photo of the incident occurring at Fountain Plaza. Check it out. It's a Pikachu. And I don't gotta tell you it's not me. That other Pikachu is the real culprit. But that's your hat in the picture. Yeah, somebody must have gotten it specifically to frame me. But it's obvious that isn't me, right? Right, you've got stripes on your back, but the Pikachu in this photo doesn't have any. Exactly, and I'm curious about that thing on its back. It's the same device that I've got on my back right now, too. I asked around the city yesterday about those devices. Based on the testimony I've gathered, I'm pretty sure they're meant to keep Pokemon pacified. To keep them from going berserk, you mean? Where the other Pikachu went?
Hey.
Were we able to track down the real culprit, the other Pikachu? No, we found some tracks, but they've trailed off. I don't know where it went. Too bad. Sorry, I haven't been able to prove your innocence yet. Hey, no need to apologize. I know you're trying your best. If you couldn't find it, you couldn't find it. What's important is what you do next. Yeah, and that's double for and as for that, double of yours. I think there's a high chance that a different Pokemon was impersonating you. You think so? Now there's an intriguing theory about Pokemon in the station. By the way, Pikachu, what kinds of Pokemon are helping you in there? There's lots of them, but the most helpful one is Luxray. He's a bit rough around the edges, but he can see through objects and use powerful electric type moves. That vision thing sounds pretty handy, but if he knows strong electric type moves... Let me stop you right there. I don't think Luxray is the culprit at all. If he were, the PPB wouldn't have had any cause to arrest me in the first place. Yeah, good point. Oh, that reminds me. Luxray asked me to pass on a message to you. What is it? He wants to know how his friend Mighty Ina is doing out there. The two of them got into a fight, and Luxray's worried about what happened in the aftermath. He says Mighty Ina usually hangs around 2nd Avenue. Got it. I'll keep an eye out for Mighty Ina and let you know how it's doing. Thanks, Tim.
Hey.
So, any guesses about what Pokemon was pretending to be me? I have an idea, but I need to consider all the possibilities. Let's see.
Let's think.
Which Pokemon committed the crimes? Let's think it over. Ditto. A Ditto, huh? Yeah, Ditto could have made itself look like me. Ditto's partner said that Ditto can only copy things it can see. That probably explains why there are no stripes on the Pikachu's back in the photo. But I've looked in every detainment cell and I didn't see a Ditto in any of them. That's strange. If it was detained, it should be in a detainment cell. I guess I better search the other rooms in the station. If the PPV and the police have been using Ditto, then they're definitely up to no good. So, that's it. What is it, Tim? I saw Brad out and about several times while I was investigating. He seemed to be examining the scene of the crimes, a crime which already had a culprit. That's kind of suspicious. I really don't want to suspect Brad, but I can't help but wonder what he was up to. Yeah, Brad may be a bit of a jerk, but still, we've known him for 2 years now. I don't like having to think of him as a suspect. But you need to look into what he's been up to, Tim. But... Tim, you're a detective, aren't you? You're not trying to bring Brad down. You're only trying to uncover the truth. Yeah, you're right. And look into the cube-shaped devices, too. I understand their function to pacify Pokemon, but that alone doesn't explain everything. You're right. The Pikachu in the photo damaged that Slowpoke statue. The devices may have some other function as well. I wonder what Brad was doing at the crime scenes. I suppose you could just ask him. But if he was up to something shady, he might just give us the runaround. In that case, maybe we should ask the other police officers. Agreed. You might want to ask people in the city what they think of him, too. So, about how these cube-shaped devices work. I keep losing my memory here in the police station, so I really don't know much about them. Try asking the people in the city about them. I'm sure there are people who have seen those devices attached to Pokemon. Try and hear what they've got to say.
Yes.
How did you talk with Pikachu go? As it turns out, he's been investigating the police station top to bottom. Wow, just like a spy. Hey, I'm not a spy. I'm a great detective. Visiting time is over. I wish we had more time. Good luck with your investigation. Not this. Darn it. What is it, Pikachu? It's just like yesterday. That feeling when I'm about to lose my memories. And my body's moving on its own. Pikachu. It's no use. Is Pikachu okay? He was walking kind of strange just now. He was like that after our first visit, too. I'm worried about him. And, you know, I'm completely clueless that maybe the device and him acting funny are somehow corroborated. Detainment Day 2. Tim, evening.
All right.
So, there are 2 things we need to do. First, find Brad. Second, look into what those cube-shaped devices actually do. Is Brad that man we saw in the plaza? You know him, right? I hope you don't end up squaring off against each other because of this case. Yeah, that'd be pretty scary, but we don't know for sure that'll even happen yet. Let's just concentrate on uncovering the truth. Oh, and one more thing. If we see Mightyena, we need to check and see how it's doing. Mightyena? Yeah, Pikachu asked me to check on it. Apparently it's friends with a Luxray in the station. Wow, you talked about all that? It just sounded like Pika Pika to me. Yeah, that's normal. I'm pretty sure I'm the weird one here. Not weird, Tim. Exceptional. Yeah, thanks, Rachel. I'm glad I opened up to you. Detectives? Oh, sorry. I guess we shouldn't keep talking here. No, that's fine. Were you talking about Brad just now? Yes, there's something like that. Yes, there's something we'd like to ask him about. Well, if you're looking for Brad, he's headed out to 2nd Avenue on new orders. Really? Thanks for letting us know. Okay, we're headed to 2nd Avenue, right? Let's go hear what Brad has to say.
Machamp!
Machamp? Wow, check out those muscles. Just look at my Machamp. Aren't his muscles a sight to behold?
Mm-hmm.
He certainly looks extremely strong.
Excuse me.
Good evening. May I ask you some questions? Is something the matter? About the situation in the city? Did anything unusual happen in the city today? What do you mean by unusual? I mean, we've responded to incidents every day. And with so many Pokemon-related incidents lately, it feels like things are anything but usual. Sounds like a lot to deal with. It may be a lot, but it's my job. All I can do is keep doing my best. If danger rears its ugly head, you can trust the Ryme City Police to protect and serve.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, I was hoping to ask you about something. Did anything unusual happen in the city today? Well, there are a number of incidents. Would you like me to tell you about each one? Listing them could take a while. No, I don't need that much detail. I'm just looking for more general information. Sorry to trouble you. It sounds like your department's really busy. Oh, it's no trouble at all. Anything to protect the peace of our fine city. No, so we didn't listen to any of them. Seems extreme. I didn't expect to find a Hatena in a place like this. Let's not bother it.
Excuse me.
Thanks for your help earlier. Mind if I ask you some more questions? Are you here to ask about my Impidimp again? No, this time it's about something else. After we talked. Did anything strange happen today after we talked? No, that was it. And Impidimp still hasn't come back. I wonder what the poor little guy's doing in the police station right now. Yeah, me too. He could be lonely in there. I'm more worried that he's getting up to his usual pranks and causing more trouble for the police. He's always got so much excess energy to burn. I can only hope that he behaves himself and gets let out soon. I don't know what to do.
Excuse me.
Is everything okay? Well, I live on a back street just off of Fountain Plaza, as you see, and I always walk through the plaza on my way home. But now, whenever I'm walking through the plaza, I keep hearing this strange voice. A strange voice? Yes, but when I turn around to see who's making it, there's never a soul in sight. Do you think it's a ghost? Of course not. I'm sure there's a logical explanation. I hope so, but until I know what that voice is, the plaza's just too creepy for me to go anywhere near. The case of the Ryme City ghost. Doesn't it make you curious, Tim? It sure does. Let's investigate. Thanks for your help. All I want is to feel safe enough to walk through the plaza again. Oh, look, a ferret. Oh, do you think this Pokemon would fit inside that gap? Oh, to get that guy's wedding ring? Yeah, Ferret would be a perfect for the job. Let's ask it. Hey, Ferret, someone lost something important to him. We could really use your help getting him out of this pinch. Huh? I don't think it understands. Please, he's in a lot of trouble. We seriously need your help. Did it understand? Even if it didn't understand your words, your feelings came out loud and clear. I hope so. Oh, the person who needs help is over in Fountain Plaza. Can you go help him for it? Yeah.
Okay.
I think it really did go off to help him. That'd be such a relief. Come on, let's go see. Hi there. This fur just showed up out of nowhere and heroically retrieved my ring for me. You called it for me, right? Thank you so much. It really saved my neck. No, don't thank us. Thank Furret. Well done, Furret. Really. Thank you from me and Tim as well. Furret. Please be careful not to drop anything that important from now on, okay? Haha, I'll do what I can. I can't help just staring at my ring. It reminds me of how happy my marriage is. That guy's a cheater. That guy's a cheater. You sound like you're a really lovely couple. I have to say, though, I'm pretty surprised that Furret was able to tell what we wanted. I've experienced that a lot when I was a kid, actually. Maybe it's a trait passed down from Mama. Even when we can't communicate with words, we can still understand each other's feelings. Thanks for your help earlier, Furret. Now that we're done with you... Indeedy. Oh, and Indeedy, these Pokemon can read the emotions of those around them. And they're really kind, too. Indeedy always try to help out when someone's in trouble. You said you wish you could understand the hearts and minds of Pokemon, too, right? Yeah, hope someday I can be more like Indeedy. Hey, A-Bomb, you look cheerful. Oh, hello there. Do you need something?
Excuse me?
I was just hoping to ask you some questions. You'll have to speak up, young man. My ears aren't what they used to be. That's we're not even going to ask her any questions. Sorry, I can't yell any louder. I'll prepare more questions for your next quiz. Hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am. Sure, can't wait. I called the police, so I'm sure they'll do something about it soon. Hope the police can take care of this quickly. Oh, you two, you shouldn't go this way. It's dangerous.
Huh?
Did something happen? There's an angry Pokemon back there. We should probably leave it alone for a while. What do you think, Tim? It sounds like a police officer came this way. I think Brad must have gone this way, so should we. Just keep an eye out for that angry Pokemon. Now then, we're going to detain this Pokemon properly. It's Brad. It sounds like he's just about to detain a Pokemon. Mightyena, back alley outlaw.
Oh.
It's a Mightyena. Wait, Tim, isn't that... Yeah, it's the Pokemon Pikachu asked me to check up on. Luxray's friend. Well, well, if it isn't our great detective. You're welcome to observe, but don't get in our way. This Mightyena is preventing the residents from passing through. Not only that, the same Mightyena was previously involved in an altercation with Luxray. This Pokemon poses a clear threat to the public. I'm afraid we'll have to detain it until we can calm it down. Wait, Brad. And you are? Wait, you're the mayor's daughter, aren't you? Yes, I'm Howard's daughter, Rachel. Just look at this Mightyena, Brad. The poor thing is injured. Ena. Please, at least treat its wounds before you take it in. Don't you feel sorry for the Mightyena? I'll make sure it receives treatment after I've taken it to the station. Will that satisfy you? No, it won't. We'll treat the Mightyena ourselves, then. Who, you two? My, who knew you were so talented? Tim, let's get help from our Pokemon. Are we even sure there's a Pokemon that can help? We'll go find one right now. I'm sure there's one in the city somewhere. Maybe we can find a Chansey or an Audino or an Indeedee or something. Okay, let's have a look around the city. It doesn't seem to be paying any attention to us. This Pokemon really does march to its own tune, doesn't it?
Lily?
For some reason, just breathing in that aroma helps me feel calmer. Yeah, that's why they even make perfume with Lilligant scent. It's too expensive for me, though.
Excuse me?
Thanks for your help earlier. Do you mind if I ask some more questions? About my Intellion? No, this is about something else. Did anything strange happen today after we talked? Intellion hasn't come back, has he? No, he hasn't. I think he's still at the police station. The shop sure is lonely without Intellion. It's hard to tell for sure, but I think even the flowers are drooping a bit. Intellion always took such good care of them. I really hope he can come home soon.
Excuse me?
Thanks for your help earlier. Do you mind if I ask you some questions? About my Morpeko? I've already told you everything I know. No, this is about something else. Anything strange happened today after we talked? Not really. I was so shocked after they took Morpeko from me that I couldn't find the motivation to do anything else with my day. Did you try going to the police station? You might be able to visit Morpeko there. Oh, that never even occurred to me. I'll try visiting tomorrow.
Indeed.
Look, Tim, Indeedee. Hey, you two, what do you think you're doing? The Pokemon is hurt. Please, we need Indeedee's help. Oh, is that so? Very well. We should always help one another in times of need. Go with them, Indeedee. You can help them out. Thank you so much. This way, Indeedee. I mean, it just knows the emotions. How's it gonna take care of its medical needs? Oh, okay. You can gas heal, huh? I don't know these things. It appears that Mightyena has recovered nicely. Not fully, but at least it's stable for now. Now, I trust this is enough to put your mind at ease, Rachel. I appreciate you waiting for us to get it treated. There's something I'd like to talk to you about, Brad, before you take Mightyena away. And what's that, great detective? There's something off about these Pokemon detainments the police have been doing. Every single incident was caught by the surveillance cameras. That's too convenient to be natural. Surely you've noticed, Brad. Innocent Pokemon are being framed. That's what happened to my Pikachu, and he can't be the only one. So, you're suspicious of the surveillance cameras. But the footage on those cameras is incriminating evidence. Unless, great detective, you found evidence that Pokemon are being framed. No, not yet. In that case, I have no choice but to take this Mightyena into custody. It's my duty. Take it away. Yes, sir. Detaining the Mightyena now, sir. I hope Mightyena's okay. He'll be with Pikachu and the others at the station. I'm sure he'll be fine. This is all just so frustrating. We couldn't even stop Brad. If we just had some proof. Oh, like the photo of the Pokemon that is not your Pokemon, that doesn't have the physical marks of your Pokemon? You mean proof like that? We have to find some. We need to find some. Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad that Mightyena finally calmed down. Now we can finally get through here safely.
Hey.
Hey, Tim, I bet we could talk to these people right now. You're right. Let's see what they have to say. Alright, you Karens. Thank you for calming that Mightyena just now. You really did us a favor.
Yes.
Oh, we actually didn't do much. Do you mind if we ask you some questions? Oh, what do you need? About the cube-shaped device. Do you know anything about the cube-shaped devices that are used when Pokemon are detained? You mean those things they stick on their backs? The way they glow, they're pretty hard to miss. That's testimony? Okay. Glowing backs, huh? Kind of reminds me of Volbeat or Illuminous. Or Illumise. Oh, and the Pokemon seem to really dislike those devices. How could you tell? I saw a Pokemon struggling and flailing its limbs. About Brad.
Excuse me?
Do you know anything about Brad McMaster? He's the police lieutenant who was just here. Not really, but he certainly was easy on the eyes. Yeah, he gives me Ryme City's finest a whole new meaning. Yeah, okay. I don't think we're going to learn anything useful about Brad from these two Karens.
Hey.
What should we do now, Tim? I doubt we'll be able to speak with Brad directly any more today. Let's talk to some other people. Lucky for us, there still seem to be a bunch of people out and about. Hope we can learn more about Brad and those cube-shaped devices. What'll I do?
Excuse me.
Do you need help with something? Afraid so. See that building back there? One of my kids accidentally threw a ball up onto the roof. But I can't get up there to retrieve it, so I'm not sure what to do. No kidding. I can't even see it from that high up there. I guess you could solve the problem by buying another ball, you cheapskate. Scaling the wall is pretty much out of the question. Yep, and the icing on the cake, I foolishly promised my kids I'd have their ball back to them by tomorrow. There's got to be some way to get to it. Any ideas? Actually, I think this calls for some Pokemon help. And let's go look for a Pokemon that's good at climbing buildings. We'll see what we can do. Please wait here for a bit. Really? Thank you so much. Or you just go buy another ball. Freaking weirdo. About Brad. Do you know a man named Brad McMaster who works for the Ryme City police? He's tall and typically wears a blue suit. Oh, he just came to see me earlier. He asked me to tell him about Impidum. So I told him, well, everything. How much Impidum does love playing pranks, his fondness for shiny things, stuff like that. The lieutenant was a really good listener. He took it all very seriously. I never figured out exactly why he was asking me all that. I see. Thanks again for your help. So, Brad was asking about an Impidum who'd already been detained. Just what is Brad up to? Well, Brad clearly suspects something's going on. And, you know, the game kind of foolishly tries to make us believe that he's working against us. Then it'll be revealed, aha, he was actually on our side. About Brad. Do you know a man named Brad McMaster who works for the Ryme City police? He's tall and typically wears a blue suit. Oh yes, the lieutenant just left, in fact. Really? Do you know what he was doing here? The same thing as you, actually. Investigating the flower display Intellion was accused of vandalizing. I couldn't make out what, but he was muttering to himself the whole time. Just like at Fountain Plaza, Brad sure spends a lot of time returning to the scene of the crime. But why is he investigating these crime scenes after the Pokemon have already been detained? It all makes me wonder. Yeah, do you know a man named Brad? Yeah, I just met him. He came to ask me some questions. Oh, really? What about? The lieutenant asked me for details on Morpico's ability. So I explained how Morpico's appearance and the typing of his aura wheel move changes depending on whether he's hungry or full. Maybe Brad came to the same conclusion we did, Tim. It doesn't make sense for Morpico's aura wheel to have been electric type if he was hungry when he used it. If that's true, then what exactly is Brad trying to do? I see the Apom of Ryme City is as energetic as ever. Say, these Pokemon are good at climbing trees, aren't they? You think one of them could retrieve that guy's ball? Oh, that's a great idea. Hey, Apom, I was wondering if you could help us. Do you think you could get a ball down from up on a rooftop? Please, Apom, you're the only one who can help.
All right.
Oh, there he goes. I think we managed to get our feelings across. I hope it manages to get that ball down. Let's go see. Oh, you're the two from earlier. Guess what? After you left, this Apom appeared and got the ball for me. So it helped you out after all. Glad to hear it. I figured you sent it over. It was such a huge help. My kids will be so happy now. Though I'd better give them a stern talking to about taking care of their things. Nah, don't go too hard on them. Kids will be kids. Looks like Apom wants to play with the ball too. Oh, do you want to play with my kids? They'd be so happy to have an Apom as a friend. Or IPOM? I don't know. IPOM? Looks like you're happy to make new friends, IPOM. Oh, do you have anything else to say? Hey, IPOM, you look cheerful. Thank you for your help earlier, Indeedy. Mighty Ian is doing much better, and it's all thanks to you. Has that injured Pokemon gotten any better? Yes, it's recovering quickly thanks to Indeedy. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Remember, helping each other out in times of need is the secret to a long life. Is there anybody else to talk to? I guess we can go in the cafe.
Hey.
Hi, Tim. Welcome. Perfect timing, actually. I've got a favor to ask. How can I help? I can't get the lid off this jar. Could you please open it for me? Sure, if that's all you need. Huh? The lid won't budge. No good, eh? It was worth a shot. I ordered some gourmet preserves to use in my cooking, but I guess you could say I'm in a jam. A strong Pokemon might be able to help open it. Yeah, I think you're onto something here. Can you think of any Pokemon in the area strong enough to open an especially stubborn jar lid? Not off the top of my head, but I can keep an eye out for one. Thanks, Tim. Go ahead and take the jar with you.
Hey.
Oh, you're only going to talk about that? Okay. Isn't this cup kind of... Sinisty. Whoa, it's a Pokemon. Hey, Sinisty, stop startling the customers. Wait, is this an antique form, Sinisty? Could you let me see under your teacup really quick? Oh, look, there's a mark. That means you're a rare little Sinisty, aren't you? What do you mean by antique form, Rachel? Most Sinisty are phony form Sinisty that inhabit forged teacups. But every now and then, a Sinisty takes up residence in a valuable antique teacup. You can tell if the cup's a genuine antique by its mark of authenticity on the bottom. They're seriously rare. Wow, Rachel, you're not just knowledgeable, you've got an excellent eye for detail, too. Oh, it looks like it's happy to receive so many compliments. I must be able to sense your excitement, Rachel. I keep coming back to this cafe every day to get more of their coffee. That rich flavor is simply the best. Whenever I come to eat here after work, all my exhaustion from the day just melts away. This place feels like a second home to me. What's a teapot doing here?
Tea?
Poltergeist. What? Something's in there. Oh, that's a Poltergeist. It's a Pokemon that lives in a teapot. Oh yeah, one day it just showed up out of the blue and it's been here ever since. Ludicolo. Looks like she's asking a question. What do you suppose it is? I wonder if she's asking where Pikachu is. I liked this place so much yesterday, I couldn't resist coming back. Just watching Ludicolo warms my heart. Alright, where's that 8 Pokemon? Over here?
Marcham.
Yes.
He sure looks strong. Have you come out to check my awesome Machomp? I'm so proud of him. Not exactly. Oh, maybe he can help out with our problem. So, see, we've been looking for a Pokemon that can open up this jar of jam. Oh, that'll be a piece of cake. I mean, it's jam, but you get the idea. Give it a twist, Machomp. Wow, great job. He opened the jar like it was nothing. A little thing like that isn't even a warm-up for my super-powered partner. Thanks a lot. We got to get this back to Pablo. Good to see you back, Tim. How'd it go? Great. Here, take a look. Oh, what Pokemon did you ask for help? A Machamp popped the lid right off for us. A Machamp? Ah, sounds like the stubborn jar lid never stood a chance. Anyway, I better whip you up a little thank you gift with these preserves. Thanks very much, but we can't wait until another time. Are you sure? Yeah, we're in the middle of an investigation, and if Pikachu didn't get to try some too, I'd never hear the end of it. True that. Well then, I'll hold off on making something until all three of you can stop by together. Thanks, Pablo.
Hey.
Hey, Tim. I take it Pikachu's not out yet? No, he's not. Sorry to hear that. He's one of my favorite regulars, so this place gets kind of lonely when he's not around. How about Brad?
Excuse me.
Do you happen to know Lieutenant McMaster? Of course, we work together on a regular basis. He excels at performing his duty. His investigations are so thorough and efficient that Pokemon are detained almost as fast as the case itself is opened. In fact, Lieutenant McMaster has the highest crime clearance rate in the entire department. Wow, I didn't realize Brad was so highly regarded. About the cube-shaped device. Is it true that you use cube-shaped devices when you're detaining Pokemon? Oh yeah, those things. We got orders from the PBB to attach them to Pokemon. How do the devices function? Who knows? They never really give us any details. About Brad.
Excuse me.
Yes, of course. The lieutenant's really been throwing himself into his work lately. The one weird thing I've noticed, though, is that recently he's been going out and working on his own. And at the scenes of crimes that have been solved at that. Why would he be doing that? I really couldn't tell you. Yeah, you must mean the management tags. Oh, what makes a management tag different from any other tag? I'm really not sure. I think they're really high-tech or something. I mean, they're machines after all. They probably got little computers inside it or something. Do you know anything specific about their function? Well, I'm ashamed to say, but not really. I think the higher-ups in the PPB know how they work, though.
Let's think.
Oh, let's think. Okay, sure. Let's figure out what those cube-shaped devices are really are. There. Could be devices that make Pokemon stand out. Could be devices that make Pokemon go berserk. Maybe the device can make Pokemon go berserk. Oh, wait, hold on. Didn't we hear that the detained Pokemon calmed down because of the devices? Someone did tell us that one of the Pokemon was struggling, but I don't think the devices actually caused that. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's think this over again. Well, it's neither of these two things. Huh. I wonder why it put me on this one. It's like this is not the one that I have any evidence on. What was Brad doing at the crime scene? I've collected a good amount of information about Brad. Now it's time to organize it and think this through. He was casing locations for future crimes. He was hiding evidence of the crimes. He's conducting his own investigation.
Okay.
If Brad were the one giving orders to Ditto, there'd be no reason for him to go around asking questions after detaining the Pokemon. So you think Brad's just investigating the incidents, like we are? Yeah, I do.
Excuse me.
Actually, that's not what I'm here. Can I ask you a question or two? About the situation in the city. Anything strange happened in the city today? I don't know if I'd necessarily call it strange, but there have been several Pokemon-related incidents. At this rate, they're going to fill up every detainment room we've got. It must be pretty stressful for the Pokemon. If they're stressed, they can work it out during their daily exercise time. About Brad. No trouble at all. What'd you need him for anyway? Oh, I just remembered something about the incident Pikachu was involved in. I thought I could help with the investigation, so I wanted to tell the lieutenant in person. Understood. Thanks for reporting whatever info you can. Cube-shaped device. Oh, those things? I hear they're management tags. I don't quite understand how they work, but they're pretty interesting. The moment a Pokemon is outfitted with a device, it goes with the police without any resistance. Really? The Pokemon do that on their own? Yes, it's much safer when they're not violent.
Let's think. Okay.
These devices might actually be capable of controlling Pokemon. You really think so? I do. We don't have any evidence yet, of course, but it seems that way based on what we've heard. If that's true, then Ditto was forced to obey someone else's orders, yeah. That's terrible. If the person orchestrating these crimes was controlling Ditto, how were they able to give it orders? Based on all the witnesses' statements so far, it's not clear whether anyone was directing Ditto's actions. True, but there had to have been someone at the crime scenes talking directly to Ditto, right? Yeah, I can't really think of any other method they could have used. Maybe a witness saw something giving out orders. Yeah, we should ask around again. The same people. That's all there is. It's the same people.
Okay.
Now we know Brad isn't the culprit, and we've got that tip about Ditto, too. We should tell Pikachu as soon as we can. At night? Would they even let us see him? The officer at the reception desk said we could visit up to twice a day. As long as the station's open, I think it'll be fine. Like to visit Pikachu now? Yeah. Then follow me. Detainment Day 2, Pikachu Evening. I'm in the detainment room? Great. Back again with missing memories. A mystery for another time. Right now, my goal is the chief's office on the second floor. There was a duct in his office, but it doesn't seem to be connected to the ones down here in the detainment. I'll have to go up to the first floor and search for a duct that connects to the chief's office. I guess I'll go see Luxray first, though. I can look for a duct leading to the chief's office after that.
So, I hear you love jewels. Are you familiar with the Aurora drop? Really? You sure?
Call me a liar? Don't mess with me.
No, I believe you.
Okay. Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching Detective Pikachu Returns, running on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.